Today's topic is CRT. This is not an ordinary CRT. As you may know, the normal CRT that traders use happens right after the Asian session, probably around 9:30 if I'm not mistaken. I am not going to teach you this. Before that CRT happens, the market provides a confirmation. Only after seeing this confirmation will we be able to enter a trade. Okay. First of all, we need to know this. We use CRT on a high time frame. We need to use it on 1 hour or 4 hour or daily time frames. We never use it on a low time frame. We only use it on this high time frame. Okay. If you know, I think a lot of people probably know about CRT. A single candle opens, and if the following candle sweeps the high and closes below it, then the market will trend downward, moving toward the low side. It doesn't always happen like this. This could be a fake out. Such situations happen very rarely. They rarely occur. Now I will teach you how to enter this more accurately. Meaning, the win rate will be higher. It won't be a simple CRT. We won't enter a trade just because one candle opens and sweeps. That means we enter after the market gives confirmation. As you can see here, the market swept the high part and moved to the low part. The reason is, the market confirmed this beforehand. Here, you can see it. One candle, the first candle, and the second candle, or the third, or it could be 4 candles. And the next candle should become a range and remain inside that first candle. And after it stays, whichever next candle breaks this first candle of ours, whether it breaks with its body or its wick, it doesn't matter. It breaks, and that candle acts as a CRT for us. It functions as a CRT. This exact candle is the CRT candle. High sweep, low liquidity. Range. Alright. If you look at this candle, the low part is currently being swept. The market should move toward the high part, but the third candle gets stopped, meaning they are making a sweep. At such times, first candle, second candle, third candle. After the first candle and the second candle sweep, retail traders start entering the trade. From right here, and the market takes their stop and leaves. The reason is, there was no confirmation at all in the market before. Here, the first single candle is opening, and the second candle is not closing inside it, meaning it's not in a range. Okay. If this second candle had been in a range state, if it had just remained in a range state like that, we could have considered this candle, this exact candle, as a CRT candle. CRT high, CRT low. It could have looked exactly like that. The first candle, the second candle range. The second candle should definitely stay within the range. and whichever next candle breaks this first candle, this particular candle will work as a CRT. A CRT for us. Now, just because any candle swept like that, that's it. We enter a trade. It shouldn't be like that. There must always be a confirmation. Okay? We must always get the confirmation on the M1 time frame. We only enter a trade on the M1 time frame. We get a confirmation, liquidity sweep, breakout, breakout, inducement sweep, another breakout, doing exactly like that. We really need to enter the trade. This module is not difficult. You just simply need to learn it. That's all. That is why I will finish the lesson faster. This is a very simple thing. You just need to know how this CRT candle is formed. You already know entries well. We learned them in previous lessons. Entries, getting confirmations. Okay. Look, but a situation like this, can happen once or twice every single week. Such situations might not happen often. The market might give us confirmation once or twice every week. The market might give us confirmation once or twice on CRT candle, or it might not provide it at all, but it should give it at least once a week. But it doesn't give much. That is why its win rate is high. You will know in advance where the market is going. Okay, one candle opened, and the subsequent candles are a range. A range, meaning they have stayed inside this first candle. That is considered a candle range. Okay, and the market is giving us confirmation. After the confirmation, which candle broke? Right here. This candle is breaking it. Okay? CRT high, CRT low. We enter the trade exactly like this. Okay? Look. This candle is considered a CRT candle, and the candle after it should have exactly the same situation. We should observe exactly the same situation. The CRT candle and the second candle after it should close as a sweep. It must definitely be a sweep. If this closes with its body, we will not enter the trade. We won't enter the trade at all if such a situation occurs. Okay? Sweep. CRT high. And we need to get confirmation on the M1 time frame. Okay. Liquidity sweep. Breakout. Liquidity sweep. Breakout. Liquidity sweep. Okay. Now we need to wait for the second breakout. The second breakout. And the third breakout. The fourth breakout happened here. We must definitely wait for the inducements. We certainly have inducements here. The first inducement, the second inducement, and right here is the third inducement. And after the inducement sweeps, we need to wait for a breakout. This is the third confirmation for us. Liquidity sweep and breakout. We have a key level order block. We should make an entry right here. Our take profit is the CRT high. The market did not reach our zone, and there is another breakout happening right here. Breakout. Inducement. For the last time. Again, it didn't reach our zone. Another breakout happened here. Inducement sweep. A breakout. And the key level order block. We need to enter into the trade right here. Stop loss at the valid low. Take profit CRT high. It's reacting without reaching our zone. Alright. Look. Such a situation can also happen. After the third confirmation, we have our key level order block or support. The market might not reach our zone. This is normal. The market can't always reach the zone we expect. And there is also an FVG here. We actually don't use FVG at all. Whether you call it FVG or internal range liquidity, it doesn't matter. This can also be considered an order block, but we don't use such order blocks. Our order blocks are these small ones. If such a situation happens, if it goes from the FVG, or if it goes with some other key level, we also have a fourth confirmation. What is the fourth confirmation? The fourth confirmation is engulfing. Breakout. Liquidity sweep breakout. This is the first confirmation. Second confirmation. Waiting for a breakout again. And the third confirmation. Inducement sweep and breakout. This is the third confirmation. Okay. The fourth confirmation is engulfing. engulfing. Okay, I got a phone call. Okay. Engulfing. Engulfing. This is the fourth confirmation. After engulfing happens, we definitely need to find an order block to enter the trade. There is an order block here, and we will enter right from here. A stop loss will be at the low of the order block. Okay. Our take profit is CRT high. It reached our zone. It gave a really good reaction. We had engulfing again right here. We have another order block. If you prefer, you can wait for an engulfing pattern to form and then enter the trade from the order block. It didn't reach the order block. Okay. It works exactly the same way for CRT. After finding a CRT candle, confirmation will be based on SMC. Key level will be based on SNR. To clarify whether you enter CRT for a buy or for a sell, so it's an accuracy system, a more accurate system. You can just work with CRT as well, but you will end up waiting. It might give a confirmation once or twice a week, or it could give even more. You need to sit and wait for the market. You can check it every hour if you don't have time. Just like that. 16 risk reward, 16 risk reward. On the 1 hour chart, such situations might rarely occur. Feel free to trade on the 1 hour time frame or trade on the 4 hour if you prefer. Okay. Let's look at the 4 hour.
Oh.
One candle and range. The third candle broke it. This particular candle, but the high part has been solved and the low part has also been solved. We could consider this candle a CRT, but it's high risk. If the market gives confirmation, you can certainly enter a trade. If there's confirmation, you can enter the trade. Let's switch to M1. breakout, breakout. This is the first breakout. This is the second breakout. Okay. Inducement, inducement. And of course, we need to wait for a breakout again. After making the inducement, okay, there's no liquidity sweep. There was no breakout here. There was a breakout on this candle. And we have a key level order block, and there's an order block here too. Look, if we have one key level, then a second key level, and if there are more key levels, you can definitely wait for a fourth confirmation. The fourth confirmation is an engulfing. Look, the market is reacting from the first order block, and we need to wait for an engulfing. Was there an engulfing here? No, of course there wasn't. You can see this, meaning it closes with its wick. If it had closed with its body, we would consider it an engulfing. Even on this candle, it didn't close with its body. We definitely need to wait for a body close. No, this candle also closed with its wick. The next one too, the one after it, and the one after that didn't close with their bodies either. In this kind of situation, we don't enter a trade, of course. Okay, so this is our next key level. We can easily enter a trade from here. First key level, second key level. After the last breakout occurs, you should always make sure to place a limit on the last order block. And before that, or after that, if there's a key level, you definitely need to wait for the fourth confirmation. We should wait for the fourth confirmation from this order block. The reason is that the market might also move away right from this key level. It might not even reach our zone. This happens very often. We'll set a limit right here. The stop loss will be the valid high. Our take profit will be the CRT low. There was no breakout here at all. Was there a breakout again or not? Look here. It is closing with the wick. The market is not closing with the body. There, it closed with a body. Now we just need to wait. There. Stop loss. This is normal. There's no need to worry. This is completely normal, of course. We need to look for another key level higher up. Okay. Order block. Invalid order block. Because this candle is getting a reaction. Okay. We have a key level SBR. If the market gives a confirmation, we can enter the trade. Okay. Now we need to wait for a breakout. Breakout. And a key level order block. Stop loss. Valid high. Take profit. CRT is low. It hit the take profit level, and the risk reward is 1 to 10. 1 to 10. This is a good result. A 1 to 5 risk reward is actually a great result too. I advise you to use a 1 to 5 risk reward, at least 1 to 5. If it gets to 1 to 3, 1 to 4, you can close 50% if you'd like. The remaining ones, whether it goes to 1 to 10, 1 to 15, are your take profit. You can hold them until there. Okay, the first one hit the stop loss, the second one hit the take profit. Minus 1 risk reward, plus 10 risk reward. A total of 9 risk reward profit. Okay. We'll see again if there were such situations or not. One candle has opened. This is a range, and this candle, it should work as a CRT candle, but the candle after it didn't close with a sweep. That's why if there's a situation like this, we don't enter a trade. And we have another candle here. And the market gave us confirmation. Okay. CRT candle, CRT high, and CRT low. It sweeps at CRT high and closes, and we need to enter the trade. CRT low, and we switch to the M1 time frame. We need to look for confirmation to enter the trade. Okay. Breakout. The second breakout. And the third breakout. Fourth breakout. Fifth breakout. It hasn't swept the inducement even once yet. Okay. We have inducements. Inducement. Inducement. There's an inducement here too. A breakout is happening here. Okay, now we have to wait for a breakout after the inducement sweep. Okay. Inducement sweep and breakout. A breakout. And key level. This order block is invalid. Okay. This is engulfing. It didn't engulf. And the next one is doing it too. Alright. We have an order block. This is also invalid. We'll just hold on to this candle for now. Now we have to wait for the fourth confirmation. The reason is these key levels are invalid, so we have to wait for a fourth confirmation. Engulfing. No. The candle after this is doing it, and this order block is an invalid order block. Invalid. If you want to enter from this candle, this is considered high risk. High risk. If it had covered it with its body like that, it had closed with a body. If it had closed with its body, we could have considered it an order block and entered a trade. Alright, this current order block here is high risk. I do not recommend entering a trade from an order block like this. Alright, now we have to wait for an order block once again, engulfing. Engulfing in an order block. My zone is very large, and that's why we resistance. We should be entering a trade at the resistance level. Stop loss at the high part, and our take profit is at CRT low. Congratulations on the stop loss. Well, things like that do happen. Of course, we can't hit take profit every time. Alright? We have an inducement here. We have another order block. Let's switch over to the 5-minute time frame now to see what kind of key levels are above. Actually, there is an imbalance here at the open candle level. It seems the market is moving from right here. Alright, we'll wait for another breakout. If it hits a stop loss like this again, we won't enter the trade then. It is better to make a maximum of 2 trades a day. If you trade 3 times in a row, after the third one, your psychology will start to break. Actually, making 2 trades is also very bad. Making just 1 trade is enough. Okay. Now we will wait for a breakout once again. Okay. Breakout. And a key level order block. And we need to enter the trade right from here. Stop loss, valid high. Take profit at the CRT low. Okay, why did I wait for another breakout right now? Because the market might not actually reach these key levels or go up to this inducement. The market might not actually go up to these key levels or reach this inducement. The reason is the market already gave a confirmation, meaning it confirmed, and we entered the trade and we hit a stop loss. The reason is that these candles were considered to be invalid. Therefore, it is also possible that they acted as liquidity for us. That is why we really don't know whether this works or not. Meaning, is this liquidity or a key level? We can usually determine whether the key level is valid or invalid. These were considered to be invalid. The reason is it didn't close with its body, but closed with its wick. Okay. We waited for a breakout once more, and we will make an entry from the order block. Another breakout is happening here. And of course, it swept the inducement. Breakout. Our take profit is CRT low. And key levels, there's an order block here. This order block is invalid. The reason is that the next candle worked it out. Therefore, we will not enter a trade from this side if you want to make additional trades. Invalid. Alright, now we wait for the take profit. We need to wait for the take profit. we hit the take profit, and the risk reward is 1 to 21. This is a full take profit, of course. Those who want can close the trade at this internal range liquidity. Here, the risk would be close to 1 to 3. If you want, close it at this internal range liquidity. Here it is a 1 to 6 risk, which is also not bad. Full take profit, CRT low, and the risk reward is 1 to 22, 21. The CRT candle also works just like that. You just need to learn to identify these CRT candles. It's not difficult. You just need to learn how to distinguish CRT candles. And as for getting confirmation, of course, you know this yourselves. We covered it in previous lessons. Confirmation is obtained based on SMC. And based on SNR, a key level is found and an entry is made. Exactly like that. But the market might give confirmation once or twice a week. It is the same regarding CRT. Those who want can trade using this module. Those who want can do it after the Asian session. Take a look and see which one you prefer. Then feel free to go ahead and trade. You can dedicate an hour or two a day to this, to CRT. If you want to work on the 1 hour time frame, you need to check it every hour. Or if you want to work on the 4 hour time frame, you need to enter the market and check it every 4 hours. If the CRT candle gives a confirmation, you can freely switch to the M1 time frame, wait for confirmation, and enter a trade. Okay. We finished on SNR. And we also finished the SMC topic. We also finished the ICT topic. We also finished the CRT topic. And now we've moved to the most important, most necessary topic, risk management and psychology. If you don't have risk management and psychology, these systems you've learned won't be able to help you either. If there's no risk management and psychology, they will mean nothing. If you don't have this psychology, and in our next lesson we will discuss risk management and psychology, as well as prop firms. We'll talk about how to pass the exams on challenge accounts. Thank you everyone. See you in the next lessons.